Welcome to 20 Minutes Till Dawn.
Bing bong!
A game where you can go from this, a wimpy little noob, to this, a god amongst men, in under 8 minutes. Choose between a magic bow, a shotgun, or even a crossbow, or many other weapons, but we're not going to talk about those. Is that a flame cannon? Oh, it's time to cause some destruction. I don't know what happened, but I'm sure it won't happen again. This game also has some really great reviews, as this one by Serial Snicker says, "Really fun Tom Brady simulator. Instead of a football, you're holding a gun and you're running around defense whilst avoiding getting sacked." Yeah, it looks about the same to me. That's why I'm going to give that review a thumbs up. In this game, there's a variety of enemies to kill, from explodey squids to giant bosses like this one. That's what makes this game so much different from all the other titles like it. But apparently they made 2 versions of the game for no apparent reason, releasing both 10 Minutes Till Dawn and 20 Minutes Till Dawn on January 8th of 2022. But I still didn't understand why they released 2 games, so I decided to do some research on it. So apparently 10 Minutes Till Dawn was the demo of 20 Minutes Till Dawn, so he didn't bother updating it at all and just decided to take it off of the Steam market.
Oh, hey, high five.
You can also play a variety of characters in this game, like Diamond, who starts with 7 HP, unlike Scarlet, who has 3 HP, or Dasher, who only has 2. But that doesn't really matter when you look at characters like Dasher, because her ability allows her to be useful in many other ways than just having a lot of health. Her ability, for example, for every 25 enemies killed, she turns into a deer and is invincible for a short amount of time, dealing 100 damage to each person she hits. That brings us to Shanna. She's the starting character and has a basic ability. She has the ability to reroll upgrades, so if you don't like what you got, you can click reroll and get another 5 upgrades.
Oh my god! Wow!
Then there's Scarlet, which I personally think is the worst of the 4 characters because she only pairs well with the dual SMGs, which I find to be one of the worst weapons in the game, compared to things like the shotgun or the crossbow, for example. But overall, she's still a solid character, just not my go-to pick. Bringing us back to the weapons, let's talk about the shotgun. It starts off as a pretty good weapon, doing high damage and great at killing hordes of enemies, and scales well with fire rate and damage upgrades. But that brings us to what I think is the best thing in this game, summons. They're just single-handedly the best thing for killing enemies in this game, and you can't change my mind. I mean, look at these 2 different rounds. In both rounds I just use a revolver. We start off round 1 as normal, killing every enemy with ease. And then at about 3.5 minutes in, I started getting overrun by enemies.
Did you drink my Mountain Dew? Let me smell your breath. Let me smell your breath.
And my revolver on its own just wasn't enough. It started taking over 2 bullets to kill 1 enemy, and with 7 rounds in the clip, it just wasn't gonna do. And then at 4 minutes, I finally got taken out by a little exploding squid. This just goes to show how much of an impact summons can have. I didn't even survive 5 minutes, even with all the upgrades I had to the revolver. It still wasn't enough to keep me alive. But that brings us to round 2. It started off almost the exact same as round 1, just easily killing every enemy that popped up on my screen. While waiting for my dragon to hatch, I started getting overrun again by enemies because this time I hadn't even upgraded my revolver yet. But once he hatched, he made quick work at enemies by bombarding them with waves of fireballs. Then I got the Ghost Friend summon. They all rapidly shot white balls of light, only doing 8 damage, which wasn't a lot, but with a few upgrades to their attack speed and how many projectiles they could shoot, they really became a deadly force. I could have survived longer, but at 9.5 minutes I simply had to give up because my computer could not take how much stuff was on the screen. Okay, well that's it. That's my first impression, or whatever you want to call it, of 20 Minutes Till Dawn. With all that said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you get notifications for the next time I post. See you guys on the next video.